and driver emotion into one refined machine, the Mazda 3 sedan. This is not just another affordable four-door commuter, not just another daily driver built for point A to point B duty. This is a car built with intent, with philosophy, with obsession in the details. And in this full deep dive, we're going far beyond a surface review. We're exploring how it looks, how it feels, how it drives, how it compares to premium brands like BMW, how it behaves in the real world, how it treats its owner over time, and why so many drivers walk in expecting good for the price and walk out thinking this feels like a class above. The moment you first see the Mazda 3 sedan in person, the first impression is not aggression, not flashiness, but controlled elegance. Mazda's design language is built around motion and tension rather than decoration and noise. Instead of stacking fake vents, extra creases, and oversized trim pieces, the body uses smooth, stretched surfaces that let light become part of the design. As you move around the car, reflections slide across the doors and fenders like liquid metal. This is intentional. Designers sculpted these panels to create emotional movement even when the car is parked. Many economy sedans look flat under sunlight. This one looks alive. The front end sits low and wide, with a grille that feels planted and confident rather than oversized for drama. The headlamps are slim and focused, almost like narrowed eyes, giving the car a composed expression. It doesn't look angry like many sports-styled rivals. It looks controlled, almost premium European in attitude. The hood line flows cleanly backward without excessive contour lines, and that restraint is exactly what makes it look expensive. Premium brands learned long ago that fewer lines done right beat many lines done loudly, and here Mazda applies that same thinking. From the side profile, the sedan silhouette is balanced and mature. The roofline flows smoothly into the rear deck, creating a cohesive shape rather than a stitched-together design. Wheel placement is pushed outward toward the corners, which visually improves stance and physically improves stability. Even the gap proportions between tire and arch are carefully judged. Chrome trim, where present, is used like a signature stroke instead of a decorative border. Nothing feels accidental. At the rear, the design tightens up visually. Circular rear light elements create a distinct night signature, and the trunk lid integrates a subtle lip that improves airflow without shouting about performance. The bumper design is clean, with exhaust finishers that look integrated rather than glued on. Stand behind it at night and you'll notice something interesting. The lighting signature feels closer to a European sports sedan than a budget commuter. That's not coincidence. Mazda benchmarked premium brands during development, not just direct price competitors. Open the door and the interior reveals where expectations really shift. The first sensation is calm. Not empty, calm. The dashboard stretches horizontally, reducing visual clutter and making the cabin feel wider. Materials are chosen for touch as much as appearance. Soft surfaces sit where your knees and elbows rest. Switches click with mechanical precision rather than hollow plastic noise. Knobs rotate with damped resistance. Even the stitching lines are straight and tight, which is something you normally check in luxury cars, not compact sedans. The seating position is one of the Mazda 3 sedan's hidden strengths. Mazda engineers study human biomechanics deeply, designing seats and pedal placement around natural posture rather than packaging convenience. When you sit down, your hips, spine, shoulders, and hands align naturally. You're not perched on the car, you're placed into it. The steering wheel comes toward you enough to avoid arm stretch, and the pedals line up with your body instead of offsetting to one side like many cheaper platforms. Over long drives, this reduces fatigue in ways you notice only after hours behind the wheel. The steering wheel itself deserves appreciation. The rim thickness, leather texture, and thumb contours feel deliberate. It doesn't feel like a generic parts bin wheel. The gauge cluster combines analog readability with digital flexibility, giving you crisp information without turning the display into a video game. Visibility is clear, fonts are sharp, and color usage is controlled to avoid distraction. The infotainment system follows a philosophy very different from many competitors. Instead of putting a giant touchscreen front and center and asking you to poke at it while driving, Mazda positions the screen higher and farther forward, then controls it primarily through a rotary commander knob near your hand. At first this feels unusual to new users. After a week, it feels logical. Your arms stay supported, your eyes stay closer to road level, and your inputs become muscle memory. Menus are structured cleanly, animations are smooth, and the system avoids overcomplication. Smartphone integration connects quickly and remains stable, which matters more than flashy graphics in daily use. Climate controls remain physical, and that's a huge usability win. You adjust temperature and fan speed by feel without digging through menus. In real driving, this is safer and faster than screen controls, and it shows Mazda prioritized function over trend. Cabin quietness is another area where the Mazda 3 sedan surprises people. Door seals, glass thickness, and structural damping reduce wind and tire noise effectively. At highway speeds, conversation remains easy without raised voices. Compare this directly with many compact rivals and you'll notice the difference immediately. It feels insulated in a way closer to entry luxury sedans. Rear seating space is honest rather than exaggerated. It is comfortable for average adults and very comfortable for children, but extremely tall passengers may find legroom tighter than in larger mid-size sedans. However, seat contouring and cushion support are well shaped, so shorter trips remain pleasant. Rear materials don't feel like an afterthought either. Trim continuity is maintained instead of switching to hard plastic everywhere. The trunk offers practical volume with a wide opening and usable depth. Grocery runs, airport luggage, camera gear, or work equipment fit without puzzle packing frustration. Rear seat backs fold to extend cargo length, increasing flexibility for longer items. Now let's go under the hood and into the engineering character, because this is where the Mazda 3 sedan separates itself philosophically. Mazda's Skyactiv engine strategy focuses on combustion efficiency and mechanical response rather than chasing only small displacement turbo numbers. The naturally aspirated engine option delivers linear power that builds smoothly with RPM. There is no sudden turbo spike, no artificial surge, just clean, predictable acceleration. This makes city driving easier and throttle control more precise. For drivers wanting more force, the turbocharged variant changes the personality significantly. Torque arrives earlier and stronger, making highway merges and overtakes feel effortless. The mid-range pull feels robust and confident rather than frantic. Yet even with turbocharging, throttle mapping remains progressive instead of jumpy, which improves drivability. Transmission tuning plays a major role in how the car feels. The automatic gearbox shifts with intention rather than confusion. It doesn't constantly hunt between gears on gentle hills. It reads throttle input and driving style, adapting shift timing accordingly. Push harder and it holds gears. Drive calmly and it upshifts early for efficiency. Manual shift input responds quickly enough to feel involved without pretending to be a race gearbox. Steering and chassis tuning reveal Mazda's driver-first philosophy clearly. Turn the wheel and the front end responds immediately with minimal delay. Steering weight builds naturally as cornering load increases, giving your hands information about grip levels. This is something BMW is historically praised for, steering feel, and while the Mazda 3 sedan is not a BMW sports sedan, the fact that the comparison even enters the conversation says a lot about Mazda's tuning priorities. Through corners, body control is tight without being punishing. The suspension allows slight roll to communicate forces, but it settles quickly and stays composed. The car feels balanced rather than nose-heavy. Mid-corner corrections feel stable instead of nervous. On flowing roads, there is rhythm to how the chassis moves. It doesn't bounce, it breathes. Ride comfort is tuned with intelligence. Instead of going ultra soft and losing control, or ultra stiff and losing comfort, damping is calibrated to absorb sharp edges while maintaining body discipline. Broken pavement is felt but not harshly transmitted. Long highway stretches feel composed and relaxed. Braking feel is progressive and confidence-inspiring. Pedal travel is easy to modulate, allowing smooth stops in traffic and strong deceleration when needed. Under hard braking, the car remains stable and straight. Now let's address the BMW comparison directly, because many viewers ask this: how close is this to a BMW 2 Series Grand Coupe or a BMW 3 Series in experience? In badge prestige, resale perception, and outright performance ceiling, BMW still leads. A BMW sports sedan offers rear-wheel drive dynamics in many variants, more powerful engine options, and a higher performance envelope. But when we compare driving feel philosophy, steering feedback, chassis communication, driver seating position, and control harmony, the Mazda 3 sedan moves surprisingly close. It delivers a simplified, more affordable interpretation of that driver-centric European feel. Interior quality comparison is even more interesting. In material touch points and design cleanliness, the Mazda 3 sedan can feel more refined than entry BMW trims with heavy gloss plastics. BMW still wins in technology depth and brand cachet, but Mazda closes the emotional gap at a much lower cost of ownership. Maintenance, insurance, and parts are typically more affordable, making long-term ownership less stressful. Technology and safety systems in the Mazda 3 sedan are comprehensive. Adaptive cruise control maintains distance smoothly. Lane support systems guide gently rather than jerking the wheel. Blind spot monitoring and cross-traffic alerts add urban confidence. Automatic emergency braking watches ahead constantly. Driver attention monitoring encourages brakes when fatigue is detected. These systems are tuned to assist rather than alarm, which improves trust. Fuel efficiency in real driving is strong. Engine efficiency strategies and transmission calibration deliver mileage that satisfies commuters while still allowing spirited use when desired. This dual personality, efficient yet engaging, is part of the car's appeal. Ownership value extends beyond fuel. Reliability records are solid, build quality holds up well over time, and interior materials tend to age gracefully if cared for. Paint quality and panel fit are generally excellent in the segment. Daily usability matters, and here the Mazda 3 sedan performs well. It is easy to maneuver in tight streets, parking visibility is good, turning radius is manageable, and driver aids support low-speed confidence. Climate performance is effective in both hot and cold conditions. Infotainment startup is quick, and system stability reduces frustration. What makes this car memorable is not one headline feature. It's cohesion. Steering, seating, throttle, ride, design, materials, everything feels tuned to the same philosophy. Nothing feels random. That harmony is something enthusiasts often associate with higher-end European cars, yet here it appears in a compact sedan price bracket. Drive it for a week and you start noticing small pleasures, the way the door closes with a solid sound, the way the steering recenters smoothly, the way the cabin stays quiet at speed, the way the controls fall naturally to hand. These micro-experiences build long-term satisfaction. The Mazda 3 sedan is for drivers who enjoy driving but don't need to advertise it loudly. It's for people who appreciate design restraint, mechanical honesty, and thoughtful ergonomics. It proves that premium feel is not only about brand, it's about intention and execution. And when you step back and evaluate the full picture, design sophistication, interior craftsmanship, driving engagement, safety depth, efficiency, reliability, and cost of ownership, the Mazda 3 sedan stands as one of the most complete and emotionally satisfying choices in its class. Not because it dominates spec sheets, but because it delivers a polished, connected, human driving experience.